Hello, good morning, dear students. Welcome back again. Okay, so today we are going to continue our account section. Okay, so account, the first chapter. So little bit of questions are left from your book. So you can see page number. Let me check the page number. Page number 8. Okay, so in page number 8 there are some questions. Okay, so most of the questions we have already done. What is capital? We have done it. Okay, so please turn page number 8. All of you. Okay, so question number 1 we have done it. 1A, 1B, 1C also we have done. What is check? Okay, what is closing stock also we have done. You have made the short notes. Okay, so I told you to make short notes. Okay, so I think we have all done it. Okay, so most of the copies I have checked. Okay, so that you have done well. Number E. Okay, so number E. What are any of the two items of current liabilities? Okay, so actually current liabilities means short-term liabilities. Current means which can be which will be paid, which you want, which is payable after within 1 month, sorry, within 1 year. Okay, एक वर्षमै तिरिन्छ भने, so that is called current liabilities. That is short-term liabilities. एक वर्षको लागि. Okay, so current liabilities, you can see page number 6. Okay, so you can see page number 6. All of you once turn your page number 6. Okay, so look at short-term liabilities. Can you see? Okay, so current liabilities, man, the examples are there. So bills payable is there, creditors is there, bank overdraft is there, or outstanding expenses there. Okay, so these are the examples of the current liabilities. Okay, I've written some of the few examples, that means the items which is included in the current liabilities, and current liabilities is also known as short-term liabilities. Okay, short-term liabilities were part of you. So bills payable, that means it is also paid within 1 year. Bank overdraft, that means so which the money which you have withdrawn more than your bank amount. Okay, so bank ma raheko paisa is 4 lakhs, and if you have withdrawn more than 4 lakhs, then that is called what? Bank overdraft. And bank overdraft should be paid within 1 year. Okay, so paisa nikaleपछि तिर्नु पर्यो, so that is also the bank overdraft. Creditor, so that is also the that is also kind of current liabilities. Obviously we can call it short-term liabilities. Okay, so for number F, you can pause the video, you can keep on making the notes. Okay, so number F, so who propounded, that means who has given the name. Okay, who has found, who discovered, propounded. Okay, so who has discovered, others who has found, who has written a double entry system. Double entry system. Okay, so that is the question. So you can see this answer in page number. Okay, so double entry system you can see in page number 4. Okay, so if you look at page number 4, yeah, so double entry system you can see at the lower part of your book. So look at the 4th line. So it was propounded by Luca Pacioli. Okay, so in 1494. Okay, so before 600 years it was already found. So okay, this system was already found. So it was propounded by whom? It was found by whom? Discovered by whom? It was discovered by Luca Pacioli. Okay, so Pacioli. So this is the name who has discovered the double entry system. Okay, so that you can write down. So which system discloses final position? Okay, so final position कसले disclose गर्छ त, कसले बन्द गर्छ त? So कुनै कुरालाई बन्द गर्नुलाई के भन्छ? Closing stock भनिन्छ, isn't it? Okay, so anything which is going to be closed, so that is called the what? That is called the closing stock. Okay, so which statement discloses final position? So closing stock discloses the final position. That should be the answer. Is that okay or not? So number 2, so it is done. So number 2B also it is done. So 3A, what is double entry system? Did you do that or not? Okay, so that also is done. So what are its advantages? Okay, so that is also done. So what are the different types of assets and liabilities? Explain with examples. So this one. You have done in page number, look at page number 6. What are the different types of assets? You can see in the asset side, there are 2 types of assets. So one is the fixed asset, next one is the current asset. So did you make that notes or not? Okay, so I told you to make the note of that fixed asset and current asset. Okay, so that will be the types of current, so that will be the types of assets. And for the liabilities, you can see just above the assets there is liabilities. So did you write down the two types or not? Long-term liabilities and short-term liabilities. So these are the two types. Okay, so for the liabilities, the two types are long-term liabilities and short-term liabilities. Make the notes of that one. Okay, so make the notes, do it again. Okay, and for the asset side, so the two types of assets are fixed asset and current asset. So these are the two types. Okay, so make the notes again. Okay, so in this way, please complete all the answers, all the question answers. Okay, so I think your copies are still in the school. Okay, so you can make the next copy and you can make the notes out of it. Okay, so this is all about chapter 1. So let us go to chapter 2 quickly. Okay, without wasting time. Okay, so the next chapter we are going to do today is journal. Okay, so journal, so it is the kind of entry. Okay, so where we are going to record everyday transaction. Okay, so suppose your business is too big. Okay, so if you have a small business, then you can easily remember. So Hari has taken this, Ram has taken this, Sam has taken this. Okay, so we need to pay to Siam Lal. Okay, this much rupees. So okay, that we can record. Okay, we can remember if the entry is very small. If the business is very small, तिमीहरुको business सानो खालको छ भने we can remember. But if the transaction is too big, if the business is too big, then I think that will be impossible to record or memorize all the transaction. Okay, so तिमीहरु विजय साई जस्तो त एकदम बडा वाला त हैन होला. Okay, so we cannot remember everything. Okay, so that's why, so journal entry means it is the day-to-day transaction, everyday transaction. जब तिमीहरुको transactions, if you have purchased the bottle, okay, so we have to record. We have so bottle has been taken like that. Okay, so bottle it is debited or credited, so that you need to write down. Okay, so bottle kinyo. Okay, so plate becho. So different things are done in that different big offices. Okay, so if the business is very big, if you have gone to the Bhatpateni or Bora or something like that, the transaction is too big. Okay, so the cashier, they keep on entering the amount. Okay, so there is a scanner, so they either scan it. So if it is not a scan, so they use the barcode. Okay, the barcode number, they had a number also. So if you enter that number, so the whatever it is purchased, that will come. Okay, so your journal entries ka faida there is. Okay, so this will show that, so how much goods has been purchased per day. Okay, आज कतिको नाफा भयो, आज कतिको घाटा भयो. So what was the transaction it has been taken. So today what was the item that has been taken more. Okay, so कुन चाहिँ item सकिन आँटेको छ, everything can be recorded by the help of journal entries. Okay, so journal like के भन्छ entries भनिन्छ. Okay, and so the process of writing into the journal book, एउटा journal भन्ने book हुन्छ. So if you write down this entry inside the journal book, so that is called posting. Okay, so we call it posting. Journal ma lekhne prakriya jun cha ni. So if you are going to write down in the journal book, that is called posting. Okay, so let us learn the definition of journal. Okay, so journal is a primary record of all the financial transaction in which each and every transaction is registered showing debit and credit accounts. Okay, so your double entry system. Okay, so double entry system means you need to record as debit and credit. Okay, so के आउँदैछ, के जाँदैछ, के खर्च हुँदैछ, के नाफा हुँदैछ, everything you need to record in both the entry system. अब यो debit or credit कसरी entry गर्ने त? So that we are going to learn after few days. Okay, so let us learn the definition first, then we will go to the journal entries. Okay, so हामी एउटा numerical तिर जान्छौँ. So where we are going to learn about the debit and credit. So it is very easy. Okay, so journal is a primary entry book. Okay, so where you can record all the financial transaction in each and every transaction. So सबै तिमीहरुले जे बेचेको छौ, किनेको छौ, everything is what it is recorded. Okay, so if it is recorded, then 5 रुपैयाँ हरिसँग लिनु पर्ने छ भने पनि that will be recorded. So if you just remember हरिसँग 5 रुपैयाँ लिनु पर्ने छ भन्छ भने, so you may forget that one. Okay, so त्यो बिर्सिनु सक्छ तिमीले. So instead of that, what we can do, so we can have that entries. Okay, and we can memorize. Okay, so journal border, so we can make different other entries also. journal is the first book, and from the journal, so different other books can also be made. Okay, अरू entries लाई पनि help गर्छ. That's why journal entries is the main book. Okay, so when you are going to purchase something, you record in a book, so that is called a journal entry. So it is prepared with a view to help in maintaining principal book or ledger. So it also helps to make the principal book or the ledger. Ledger बनाउनुको लागि पनि काम लाग्छ. Okay, so ledger is a book. Okay, so after journal entries, ledger is made. कसरी बनाउँछ that we are going to learn after this chapter. Okay, so त्यो पनि सजिलै छ. Okay, so let us learn about the journal entries now. So first of all, write this definition, the first one. Okay, so write this first definition. Journal is the primary something like that up to credit account. Okay, so here, so what you can do. So what is journal? Okay, you can make your own question. So make your own question. Question make your own question. What is journal? Okay, then after that, so first of all, write this definition. The journal is this. Okay, after full stop in the next line. So what do you need to write down? According to R.N. Carter. Okay, so according to R.N. Carter. According to R.N. Carter. You लिख्ने नाम. Okay, so give comma and write down the journal or daily record. Okay, so journal is also called daily record because every day it is recorded. Okay, then and there it is recorded. If you are going to take, okay, so if you are going to take any items, so what do you need to do? You need to enter first. Okay, enter first भनेको तिमीले record गर्नुपर्छ पहिला before you are, so that goods are taken outside. Goods भनेको सामान है. Goods means सामान, the materials. So that goods which are going to be taken out of the company, so that is also recorded. So which is coming inside the company, that is also recorded. So that is the journal book. Okay, so daily record is the original used as the book, okay, of prime entry. That means the first entry in which transactions were copied in order of date. Okay, so it is recorded chronologically. Chronological means it is recorded date wise. Okay, so suppose 10 बजे I have taken this, 12 बजे I have taken this. So 12 बजेको पहिला 10 बजेको पछि लेख्दिनँ म. Okay, so I need to write down in the chronological order wise. So 10 बजे this I have taken it. So 12 o'clock I have taken this one, 1 o'clock I have taken this one. Okay, so time is not mentioned, but it is recorded according to the entry. Okay, so whatever you have taken just now, so that is entered right then and there. त्यतिखेर नै enter गरिन्छ. Okay, म एकछिनमा enter गर्छु. म भरे 12 बजेको entry I will do at 5 o'clock. Okay, so it should be done then and there. Okay, date from the memorandum or the waste book, and the entries as they are copied, so we're classified into debit and credit. Okay, so debit or credit ma timako entry garcha, that we are going to learn. Okay, so I'll just listen, so just memorize, then the amount whatever you are going to enter, so both it should be entered in the debit and the credit side. Okay, so debit or credit duita ma lekhnu parcha. Okay, and so as to facilitate their being correctly posted afterwards in the ledger. Okay, so ledger ma चाहिँ correctly post भएको छैन भनेर पनि it will have to check. Okay, so journal will have to check. So this is the first definition. Okay, so so there is a next definition also, so let us not go for this one, so let us go for this. Okay, so first of all, write down this definition. Journal is the prime book, something like that. Okay, so after accounts, then after that in the next paragraph, according, right? I think you know the spelling of according, ACCORDING, according to R.N. Carter. So write down this definition. Okay, so this will be the definition of journal. Okay, now why is the journal, what is the objective of entering inside the journal? Okay, so okay, what is the purpose of having the journal? So journal kina banaune ta? Okay, that is the objectives, right? So to make the permanent and the systematic record of all the financial transaction. Okay? So that is a system. Okay, so that is a kind of system, so you need to make it permanent system. So if you do not enter inside the journal entry, all book okay, so all records, so whether you are having the profit or loss, okay, so whether you are having, so you cannot make the balance sheet, you can make the PL account, you cannot make the ledger. Okay, so different books are there. Okay, just like तिमीहरुको बिजनेसमा प्रॉफिट हुँदैछ कि लस हुँदैछ त that will be that will be clear. Okay, so त्यो कुरा क्लियर गराइदिन्छ तिमीहरुको प्रॉफिट हुँदैछ कि लस हुँदैछ त भनेर. Okay, so त्यसको लागि so we can make the balance sheet directly. Balance sheet त वर्षमा एकचोटी बनाउने हो है. So ट्रायल ब्यालेन्स बनाउन सकिँदैन. Okay, so these are the books. These are the different books. So तिमीहरुको जुन खर्च र नाफा छ. Okay, so whether it is going in a proper way or not. Okay, so that will be checked by the trial balance. Profit or loss, that means profit and loss account हुन्छ. So that will check whether your company is having the profit or it is bearing a loss. Okay, घाटामा गइराछ कि नाफामा गइराछ, that will also be checked. Okay, so different things will be checked in the so different accounts can be made, different books can be made. कसले गर्दा help गर्छ त journal will help to make this all the records. Okay, to show the debit and credit as aspects or accounts of each transaction. Okay, so debit or credit, कति debit भयो कति credit भयो, so that can also be found by the help of what entry? Journal entry. Okay, so to present complete information of each transaction. Okay, so it gives the complete information. Okay, so transaction के भइराछ कसो भइराछ, because it gives a clear idea. Why? Because whatever you have purchased till now, that means 100 transactions were there today. Okay, so 100 जना मान्छेले 100 वटा transaction गर्यो. Okay, so transaction means व्यापार गर्यो. Okay, लेनदेन गर्यो. So that is called transaction. So this transaction, whatever transaction is done, everything is recorded. Okay, so everything is recorded. That means so it gives a complete information. Okay, so कुनै तिमीले छुटाउँदैन, record गर्न छुटाउँदैन. That's why it gives complete information. So what has gone today, what has gone tomorrow. Okay, so what it is needed tomorrow. So everything will be recorded. Okay, so if it is Dasai Tihar, suppose if it is Tihar, then you can recognize that the sweet items is taken more. Okay, so Bhaiti counts, Keti counts. Okay, so the sweet items, the sugar items, so they are taken more. So if we are talking about the Dasai, so in case of Dasai, so the flesh item, flesh masu item, so this is taken more. So these are the entries. So त्यो सबै देखाउँछ कति purchase भएको छ, कति kg purchase भएको छ. Okay, सकिन आँटेको छ कि छैन, so everything will be recorded. Okay, so to provide the legal evidence of all the financial transactions. So Ram has taken 500 from me and he has not returned. So he has not returned. So what this journal book will provide me? It will provide me the evidence, the proof. Okay, so you have taken my money. Look, I have done the entry. Okay, so your bill pan deko huncha unharलाई. त्यो entry will be the proof that you have taken from our company. And if they have taken taken this one, and if I have the proof that you have taken from our company, then he has to pay. Okay, अब तिर्नै पर्छ. Otherwise, I can claim to the police that he has taken my money and he has not returned. Okay, so that will be the evidence. That means that will be the proof that he has taken something from our company. So next one is to help to maintain the principal book or the ledger. Okay, so after journal, okay, next book is also made. Okay, so अर्को bookमा entry गरिन्छ. So that book is called ledger. So ledger. तिमीहरुको eraser हैन. Eraser means मेटाउने. Okay, so not the eraser, it is ledger. Sometimes they say, "Oh, ledger. Okay, that is not the ledger, right? So whatever you are using with a pencil, so that is not the ledger. So that is eraser. Erase. Okay, so the object that will help to erase something, that is called eraser, not the ledger. Okay, so ledger is a book, so where you enter the records after journal entry. Journal entry पछि आउने अर्को book को नाम ledger. Okay, so that is also called the principal book. Okay, so for this one, so for these purposes, we are doing what? We are having the journal. Okay, त्यही भएर हामीलाई journal चाहिन्छ. Correct? No, journalizing. Okay, so अघि भर्खर हामीले के पढेको थियौं? Posting भनेर पढेको थियौं. Okay, so journalizing means what? It is a posting the record. Journal मा लेख्ने जुन so the process of writing in a journal book, that is called journalizing. Okay, so मलाई पनि त टेक्निक आउनु पर्यो journal मा टिप्ने कसरी. So how shall I record in that journal? That I should know it. Okay, so you are also going to know. That means you are also going to be the future accountant afterwards. Okay, so you may be working in the bank afterwards. So this the process of entering the monetary transaction in a book. Okay, in a book called journal मा जुन हामी एन्ट्री गर्छौं हो त्यो प्रोसेसलाई नै what we call it journalizing. Okay, journal bookमा जुन तिमीले लेख्छौ, okay, so एउटा प्रोसेस मिलाएर लेख्छौ, so that is called journalizing, the simple definition. Okay, the process of recording the financial transaction. Okay, financial means monetary, पैसा. Okay, financial transaction means व्यापार. Okay, so the transaction means व्यापार, लेनदेन. Okay, so the financial transaction, that is monetary transaction, okay, monetary पैसा वाला व्यापार in the journal in a systematic way. Okay, so एउटा way हुन्छ, एउटा तरिका हुन्छ record गर्ने. So if you follow every steps and if you record it properly, so that process is called what? So that process is called journalizing. So journal भनेको त एउटा बुक हो. So the book मा record गर्ने जुन style हुन्छ, so that is called journalizing. Is that okay? The simple definition. So the first transaction are for the financial transaction are first of all recorded in a journal. Okay, so every time, so in every business, so what is recorded first? Journal is recorded first. Okay, so journal पहिला record गरिन्छ, then only other books are made. Okay, so your day-to-day transaction भएकोले गर्दाखेरि, so this journal book is made first. And journal book मा लेख्ने जुन style छ, जुन लेख्ने तरिका छ, okay, so that is called the journalizing. Okay, and the record of transaction made in the journal book is called journal entry. Okay, so जुन तिमीले record गर्दैछौ नि, यो प्रोसेसलाई चाहिँ journalizing. Okay, so त्यो record जुन लेख्छौ त्यसलाई चाहिँ के भन्छ? Journal entry भनिन्छ. So what do you need to write down? So what are the objectives of journal? You need to write down this one. Make your own question. Okay, so question number 2, objectives of what are the objectives of journal? The objectives of journal are as follows. So write down this point, then write down the next question. What is journalizing? Okay, so what is journalizing? The process of recording the financial transaction in the journal in a systematic way is called journalizing. Okay, so तिमीले कसरी record गर्छौ त, that is called journalizing. अनि त्यो journalizing त्यो केमा record गर्यो त? You are going to write in the journal book. Okay, so त्यो journal book मा जुन तिमीले record गर्छौ नि हो त्यसलाई चाहिँ के हुन्छ? Journal entry भन्छ. Okay, so look at here. Suppose let me give an example. This is a book. What do you call it? So this is called journal. Okay, so there will be the debit side. So this will be the debit side. This will be the credit side. Okay, so your system हुन्छ, and after that you are going to record. So तिमीले record गर्छ. Okay, so something dr. Okay, so 2 लेख्छौ तिमीले अनि something लेख्छ. That will be the credit side. Okay, so you write down some amount over here, you write down the same amount beside also. So 2000 लेख्छ नि यहाँ पनि 2000 लेख्नु पर्छ. Okay, so your style, okay, so the way of recording in this book, so that is called journalizing, because I am recording in which book? Journal book, so that's why it is called journalizing. Okay, so मैले यो जुन लेख्दैछु नि हो, that is called journalizing. And so okay, so after journalizing मैले के गरे त? मैले लेखे जुन entry मैले गर्दैछु नि, so that is called journal entry. Okay, so the process of writing in the journal book, so this is also called what? The record that you are keeping in the journal book, so that is called journal entry. Okay, so the record of transaction जुन record तिमीले लेख्दैछ journal book मा, that is called what? Journal entry. So write on the next question. After journalizing, what is journal entry? The record, okay, जुन तिमीले record लेख्यौ नि भर्खर, that is called journal entry. यो लेख्ने process journalizing. Okay, and यो जुन record भइसकेछ, that is called journal entry. Okay, हेर्न त्यो journal entry मा हेर त. Okay, that means this is the entry that you have done it. Okay, journalizing गरेपछि जुन तिमीले लेखेको record छ, that is called the journal entry. Okay, so the record of transaction made in a journal book, okay, जुन book मा तिमीले record लेखेको छौ नि, that is called journal entry. Okay, so that is the simple definition. Okay, let me clear this one. So quickly let me go to the next topic. Okay, so here look at page number 11 and write down next question also. The following steps are taken into consideration while journalizing the transaction in a book. So what are the steps? What are the steps to be taken into consideration while journalizing the while journalizing the transaction in the journal book. Okay, so I write in this question, what are the steps taken into, okay, so what are the, let us start from here. So what are the steps taken into consideration while, WHILE, okay, so is missing, LE is missing over here. Okay, so while journalizing the entry in the journal book. So के ध्यान दिनु पर्छ अरे. Okay, so first is, so what you write on the steps. Okay, so write on the same thing, that the following steps are taken into consideration while journalizing the transaction in the journal book. So number one will be to identify the two aspects of transaction. That means debit KO, credit KO, that we can find out. So what is going on? Okay, so what is coming in, what is going out of the business, so that also can be found. Okay, so duita aspect found, sir. Ke aunदैछ, के जाँदैछ, that can be found. Okay, so we can find two aspects. So next one, to identify appropriate accounts for two aspects of transaction. Okay, so kun transaction, kun accounts होता यो. Suppose if I am saying that something is being sold. Okay, so duita topi मैले बेचे, that means what is that? That is the sales account. Okay, so I have sold the jacket also, that is also a sales account. Okay, that means मैले केही कुरा बेच्दैछु, so बेच्नेलाई के भन्छ, sales account. If I'm purchasing something, so I purchased two Britannia biscuit. Okay, so I purchased two ice creams, so I purchased 5 momos. Okay, so that are the purchasing. Okay, so त्यो purchase भयो मेरो लागि, मैले किने purchase, so मैले बेचे sales. Okay, so these are the sales accounts. Okay, जुन तिमीले बेच्दैछ नि, हो, that totally is called sales account. जुन तिमीले totally किन्दैछौ, that is the purchase account. Okay, किन्नुलाई purchase account. Okay, so if you are giving something credit, that means बाकीमा दिँदैछौ to Ram, that means that is the credit of Ram. Okay, Ram account भन्छ तिम्रो. Okay, कसैले बाकीमा लेखेको छ, suppose somebody has taken, okay, class 8, you are new to me, so I may not know your name properly. Okay, so okay, so let me give an example. Suppose Avas is there. So Avas has taken something credit from my side. That means what I'm going to write on? I'm going to write on the account of Avas. Okay, Avas को एउटा छुट्टै account हुन्छ. त्यसमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ त, उसले बाँकी लिएको, okay, बाँकी तिरेको मात्रै I'm going to register over there. Okay, so to find out the appropriate accounts. So accounts कुन account हो त, त्यो sales account हो कि, so okay, so purchase account हो कि, so that everything can be identified. So to identify the debit and credit accounts of the transaction by applying the rules of debit and credit. Okay, so you debit हो कि credit हो त, खर्च हो कि नाफा हो त, that we can find out from this transaction. Okay, so either you are having the expenses or you are having the profit from this one. So income हुँदैछ त, so that we can find out. So next one also to give entry for the transaction in the journal book in the chronological order. So that means we need to order. Okay, we need to record them all in the chronological order. Chronological means what? It is the date wise. Okay, so date wise. Otherwise the time wise also we can say it. Okay, so date wise भन्नाले चाहिँ कस्तो भन्दाखेरि, suppose I have entered. Okay, so this is my business. 10 बजे रमपम किन्यो. That means I'm going to enter rompum first. Okay, so rompum biscuit. So rompum biscuit or rompum chow chow. Okay, so यसरी किन्यो बेच्यो. So I'm going to record it. So 12 बजे. So somebody has taken Coke. That means Coca-Cola from our store. That means I'm going to record Coca-Cola in the second. Okay, so म Coke चाहिँ अगाडि rompum चाहिँ पछाडि गर्दिन. That means it is going to be in the chronological way. Okay, so in a order. Okay, एउटा टाइम जुन टाइममा जान्छ नि हो, तिम्रो त्यही टाइम अनुसार, so it will go. Okay, so in that way, so it is going to be recorded. Okay, so so in this way we are going to have these other considerations, so while entering the journal book. Okay, so make the notes of this one also. So this much for today. Okay, so if there is any problem, so you can ask me, not in the messenger group, because the messages I may not see it. So please write down in the message section, एउटा सानो box or comment भने छ in a Google Classroom. I'm always using the Google Classroom. Okay, so Google Classroom मा हेर्ने, so message गरौँ, so I have not understood this point भने लेख्ने. Okay, so I will be happily teaching you all. Okay, so I have not got it. That means you are understanding it. Okay, so I'm getting in a positive feedback. So तिमीले अहिलेसम्म नबुझेको केही छैन भनेर मैले गरे. Okay. Now next thing is, so if somebody is not connected in the Google Classroom, okay, so you are connected with your friends. If they are not connected in the Google Classroom, please inform them. Okay, so you give them code. I think you got the code with you all. Okay, code so give the code to the students. Okay, to your friends. Okay, so code number dine ani. So as soon as you get this message, please please post this in the messenger also, your group chat also, because during this time I'm a little bit busy nowadays. Okay, so for the few more days, okay, so you 5 दिन, okay, so I'm a little bit busy, still busy. So after that I'm going to continue your face-to-face class. Okay, so म तिमीहरुको face-to-face class नै लिन्छु तिमीहरुको ल. So adjust for a few days. So thank you for adjusting and all. So thank you, have a nice day. Okay, so bye bye.